Alrighty guys, hi, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a great day. As always, if you're new or returning and you enjoy my content, be sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you like any of the videos, give them a big thumbs up. And as always, leave any comments, questions, or concerns down in the comment section. I will try my best to see you there. Today's going to be just a quick get ready with me. I am actually going to go help my husband do some stuff for his work, so I am just going to be doing a light makeup look today, nothing too heavy. I was thinking I was probably going to just do my eyeliner, and I always get a lot of questions in my live streams about my eyeliner and how I achieve the wings that I get, and I always try to explain it. So today I'm just going to do it for you guys. I typically just do eyeshadow whenever I do these and no eyeliner, so I'm going to do the opposite today. I'm starting off with some moisturizer. As I've said quite a bit, it is getting chilly here, so my skin is getting drier, so I have been using the the vegan milk hydration moisturizer from Milk. I'm just gonna let that soak in for a minute while I have that soaking in. Since I'm not gonna put any eyeshadow on my actual eyelids today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of the color, the discoloration. My eyelids are like pink. You can't really see too many of my veins, but I want to block that out. So I am gonna go in with a concealer and have that as my base. Today I am just going to be using the Born This Way Multi-Sculpt in Porcelain. And I'm going to be using a little mirror. I just dab a couple of dots on my eyelids. I take either a sponge or a brush to blend this out. Today I am going to be taking a brush, and then if it doesn't blend out all the way, I will use a beauty blender just to go over it one last time. And to be honest with you guys, I don't make my concealer perfect. I really don't try to make any of my makeup perfect. I just want it to be presentable. Part of it is I kind of don't have the patience, to be honest, to sit here, especially for just like a day of volunteer work type stuff. So I just try to make sure it looks cohesive and that it doesn't look like I just slapped colors on my eyelids. So I am going to go ahead and take a beauty blender and just tap this out. I am somebody who typically uses dry beauty blenders. I know that some people prefer that. Some people prefer them to be damp. Whenever I use a wet beauty blender, I feel like I have more issues blending out my foundation or anything I'm using if it's wet. I don't know why. But I'm just gonna leave that as it is and go ahead and do my face, and then I will come back and do my eyeliner. So for foundation today, I have been going back to some of my other foundations because if you haven't seen, I will try to remember to link up the makeup collection video I have. If you're interested to know how many foundations I have quite a few, and I've been trying to go back and use some of my other foundations that I have rather than always using my two holy grails, which are the Estee Lauder Double Wear and the Fenty Beauty. The Fenty Beauty's starting to pull on me a different color because I've lost not that I had a whole lot of color over the summer, but any color I did have, I have lost. So, I've not been using that one as much, and my Estee Lauder is almost out, so I need to get a new one. But I have been going back to some older foundations that I have had, and I recently went back and grabbed the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I'm using two different shades. One's a little too dark, and then one is a little too light, so And this is how I apply this foundation. Because I use a dry sponge, it does look like I apply more than what I need, but the sponge does actually soak up some of it. So it's maybe a downside to using a dry sponge. But these are shades Nude, Ivory, and Soft Beige. So I'm like right in the middle of these. So I've been using, last couple of days I have been using that foundation just to try some of my old ones to see if they're bad or if I still like them, and if I don't, you know, to give them to a shelter or donate them or throw them away if they're expired. And I am using a brush today. I don't have a whole lot of time to get ready, to be quite honest with you guys. I woke up a little bit late, so. But as I was saying, I have used this foundation a couple of times over the last few days, and I really like it. I haven't done anything to where I was able to tell if the wear time was good. So I want to see if the wear time's still good. I know this foundation was like a hit or a miss for a lot of people. I enjoyed it. The only thing that I'm sure you're aware of if you've had this foundation or you've watched any reviews of this foundation is, there was a bead in the other side of the brush, is it smells like paint. It does not smell good at all. Has a very strong odor. It does dissipate for me once I blend out my foundation. I don't smell that paint smell anymore. I don't know if other people's experience is the same as mine as far as that goes, but that has been my experience with it. So I am going to be using a loose powder today just because I don't have, my pressed powders both are broken or like, this is my Rimmel. I need a new one of these. Obviously I need to go shopping for some of these makeup products. I just haven't had the time lately. And then this is the other pressed one that I use, the Maybelline Fit Me. So I'm using the loose Maybelline Fit Me today, and I have been for the last couple of days. I don't mind using loose setting powder. A lot of the reason I don't is because it can be messy. And when I'm getting ready for work, most of the days, because I don't wake up with a lot of time to get ready. When I am getting ready for work, I don't have time to like make sure I'm not making a mess with my makeup. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that. So I try to always use pressed. I find it a little bit easier. I don't have to be so finicky. So I am actually going to take this over my eyelids. I did check, there aren't any creases. I'm gonna take a good bit over my eyelids just to set that concealer. Make sure everything's set. Just do one final all around to make sure my brush doesn't like start skipping on a spot because I didn't get it set well. Then from there, I am going to take one of my other tried and trues, my Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is an Indecent, and I'm going to take, I have been trying to do my bronzer a little bit different. I saw a video of somebody with a similar face shape as I have, and what she did was she put her bronzer a little bit higher up rather than like right here. She put it just slightly above, like right where her cheekbone is, and not so much like in that socket. And for her, it actually like thinned out her face. So I don't know if I am achieving the same effect, but I have tried this the last couple of days, and I have actually gotten some compliments on my face makeup. I've not had anybody say that my face looks thinner or that it looks anything like that, but I have gotten a couple of compliments on my makeup when I have done this. So I don't know if it's this particular part of my routine or if people maybe just liked how I did my eyeshadow. I didn't particularly ask them like what they were liking better about my makeup. So I'm gonna give this a shot for a couple of days and see, and if I continue to get compliments and people noticing a difference, maybe I will ask next time I get a compliment from someone I know what the difference is or what they like better than what I have done before. I am gonna take this blush from Tarte. It's Party. This is a rosy, like mauvey shade. There's not a mirror in that. And I am just setting that right above, excuse me, where that bronzer was placed. More on like the apples of my cheeks, and then I just kind of try to blend it over and just do a sweeping motion. I'm not a huge fan of blush. I don't wear a ton of blush. I realized I didn't bronze up the other parts of my face. So I'm gonna take a bigger brush and hit my temples briefly, just so there is cohesion. And then I always get on my jawline. All right, and then from there, I'm going to do my eyeliner. Now for this, I'm hoping I don't go out of focus. I'm probably going to utilize you guys as my mirror for this. That way I can try and stay in the camera as much as possible. So, sorry if you can hear him talking. He is on the phone. So I think I've told you guys what product I use, but I'll show you again. I use the Anastasia, which however you pronounce it, Beverly Hills gel eyeliner in jet black. And then I use their brow pencil or tool as my tool. So I am going to, I don't get hardly any product, because if I get too much product, I've done that and I've made a mess. So once I have some product on, I wipe the excess off on the lid. And then what I do, this is gonna be hard, is I take another mirror. I will take the tip, so it's angled, and I will take it like this. And I'm gonna take this tip and I'm going to just literally stamp it like that. I don't know if you guys can see that well or not, but I just stamp and then I connect it and I drag it in, and that's my outline. And then I will fill it in from there. So that's what I will do now. And I am not perfect at this. I mess this up a lot. And if I do, I typically just take a makeup wipe and clean up the edges. And then for the inner part, I do pull my skin a little bit, and I know it's not best for you. And I just try to get as close as I can to my lash line, and I stamp it. And I will do that all the way across. You have to be careful. I know I'm gonna go out of frame for a second. I have to be close to my... It's a rich person's blanket. Okay, so that is gonna be that wing. I do have to fix it up just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other one. I do the same process, and trust me, they never look the same. They always come out different. So I'm just gonna drag it up just a little bit. These already don't look anything alike. And then just pull it in and fill it in. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. This one went a little bit more successfully than the last one. I should have tried to maybe put the mirror down and use that instead of holding it up high. Okay. And then I'm going to tap along my eyelashes to bring it in. This is the part that I usually mess up the most because I do very little taps just to get a very thin line on my inner lashes. And if I blink, you know what happens with gel, it ends up all over the place. So this is where, sorry, it takes concentration for me. This is where I typically make the biggest errors because they're the hardest ones for me to fix. Okay. So there's a little bit of a wave right here that I'm going to try and close off. Okay. I think that's the best it's going to get. I'm going to, obviously that didn't work. So you guys are learning how I fix my mistakes. I'm going to get a little makeup wipe. And for me, I don't use disposable ones anymore. I have Shiseido cotton squares, and I have multiple kinds of remover, but the ones that I prefer to use is this Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. The lid sometimes is hard for me to open for some reason. And I just put a little bit on the cotton round. I think most women would know, or even if you're doing makeup to any extent, you would know, just to get the corner. And this is where I can sometimes make a bigger mess. I just try to take my nail and put it into the wet part and clean it up. So once it's all cleaned up, which I'm getting there, this wing is way more wonky than the other one, but I'm okay with that. I know makeup's not always going to turn out perfect. If them being different, like if for you when you do this, if it bothers you, don't make them. My advice would be to make smaller wings at first and then draw them out more and more as you get more and more comfortable. I am going to go ahead and take a little bit more of the concealer just so there's not that skin peeking through. There we go. And then I will take the powder over this one last time, just a little bit to make sure that this doesn't stay wet. I have noticed if I leave any wet concealer around the eyeliner, it does transfer, especially for me having slightly hooded eyes. It will transfer up. I'm actually going to take the other end of that foundation brush, and then I'm just going to tap it right where I had done those little bits of concealer. And you guys can tell, like, these wings don't match, like, at all. It's really about what I have felt, or how I deal with it is, it's okay. If I really wanted them to be perfect, I would be here for forever trying to make them match. Some days I do better than other days. I just go with it. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Once you have mascara on, which is the next part we're gonna do, once you have mascara on, I feel that it's not as noticeable unless they're like two totally different shapes. So I'm gonna take my eyelash curler. And then I've been trying to use up my little sample sizes so I can go out and purchase some recommendations that you guys have sent to me. And I'm just going to do a light coat of mascara in my eyelashes. Okay. I think half of the reason, if you guys ever watch my Get Ready With Me's or anything like that, that my eyelashes aren't as nice or noticeable is because I don't spend a whole lot of time on doing mascara. This is one of my least favorite steps of the makeup routine. a lot of it is because I don't like the feeling of mascara in the wand, no matter what kind of wand I use. I don't like the feeling. This is where even if I have done eyeshadow and I've worked really hard or I've tried to get a really nice look, where it will go wrong for me, it's happened way too many times. I will end up accidentally hitting my eyeshadow or my eyelid with a brush, and then I feel at times like defeated, especially if I have spent a good amount of time on my eye makeup. And if I've spent that much time for my eye makeup to look good and then I ruin it, like I don't want to go back and fix it. So I struggle with fixing it. I know there's the hack or the easy fix of using the other end of your eyebrow brush, using the spoolie to get it off. That works. I've done that before, but it's never been like perfect for me. I always end up like chipping off my eyeshadow because I always put like a shimmer on my lid. All right, I am finishing this off with the Gloss Bomb from Fenty. This is the travel size in Fussy. I don't know if they sold these individually ever. I had gotten the Christmas or holiday collection from Fenty last year in the little tin. I believe they're doing another one this year, and I am going to try and get it. Obviously, I have quite a few products that I need to repurchase because I am running out of them, and I need some of those. The final thing I do is I take a black eyeshadow to set this eyeliner. Gel eyeliner doesn't always dry down, so I am going to be using the e.l.f. little Natasha Denona knockoffs, really. In Truffles, there is a good black in here. There are a few shimmers in here, but when I have used it to set this eyeshadow before, I've never seen the shimmer. So I try to take another angle brush, and then I just gently tap over all of the eyeliner. This will make it matte, so if you want your look to be more glossy or have that satin look, this is going to make it matte. Going over it with a eyeshadow is going to take away any of that shine, which it doesn't bother me. The main reason I do this step is the days that I haven't, it has transferred really bad into my crease because if I have my eyes open all the way, I have hooded eyes. So like this part would transfer up really bad. And then I'd have like eyeliner and then like a weird faded grayish black line in my crease. So to prevent that, especially since I'm not at my job today, if I was at my job, I would fix it, but I don't know what all we'll be doing today, so. And typically, I'm not gonna lie, I would do this before you do your mascara. This is something I forgot to do. So, I mean, that's how I get this winged eyeliner. It's not perfect. It hardly ever is perfect. You guys always compliment me when I wear this on live, so I figured I would go ahead and do it. We do have to leave here in like just a minute. I'm pretty sure I've taken longer to do this. I told you guys my eyes, whenever I do this, when I do this eye look or the eyeliner, it takes longer. Typically, I can get ready in about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on what I'm doing with my eyes. So let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in like a comparison video from me. I know there's other creators who have these, but I have quite a few of the Natasha Denona mini palettes, and I have a lot of these e.l.f. ones. If you want like a side-by-side review, let me know in the comments if you've made it this far. Thank you guys so much. I am done for the day. I will put on some setting spray before I leave this room. But I hope you all are having a good day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.